Hello, and welcome to another episode of Become a Popcorn Genius, the podcast where we dive deep into the world of flavored and gourmet popcorn. I'm your host, Frank DeMeo, and today we're exploring an exciting topic that I'm particularly passionate about: starting your own gourmet popcorn business. So, whether you're a popcorn enthusiast looking to turn your hobby into a profitable venture, or an entrepreneur seeking a unique business opportunity, this episode is packed with valuable insights and practical advice to help you get started. Starting a gourmet popcorn business can be incredibly rewarding, but like any business, it requires careful planning and execution. And today we're going to walk through some essential steps from initial planning to marketing your delicious creations. So let's pop right into it. Little bit of background about myself. You may or may not know, my wife and I started our own gourmet popcorn business. We had a gourmet popcorn shop for a number of years. It was very, very successful, and that's where we got started. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the things that we did, some of the pitfalls that we fell into, and how you can overcome those. So, step one, research and planning. The first step in starting any business is thorough research and planning. You need to understand the market, identify your target audience, and define your unique selling proposition. What makes your popcorn stand out from the competition? So, begin by researching your local market. Are there existing gourmet popcorn shops? What flavors and products are popular with those? And why you're doing this is because this research will help you identify opportunities and gaps in the market that your business can fill. The next thing you want to do is define your target audience. Are you going to cater to health conscious consumers? Are you going to cater to families who are just looking to watch some movies together? Maybe event planners out in the farmers market, right? Who is your target audience? Because knowing your audience will help guide your product development and your marketing strategies. So if you're looking to cater towards health conscious consumers, having, a double chocolate fudge popcorn may not be your best bet. So that's why defining your target audience will help drive your next steps. Step two, create a business plan. So once you've done your research, it's time to create a business plan. And a solid business plan will outline your business goals, your strategies for achieving them, and a roadmap for growth. You can go online and find, throw a stone and hit 50 different business plan templates out there on the internet. Just pick one and just start filling it out. And typically some of the key components to a business plan are the executive summary, right? That's a brief overview of your business, including your mission statement and what you want to achieve. Another component is market analysis. So insights from your market research, including your target audience and your competitive analysis. Products and services, detailed descriptions of your gourmet popcorn flavors and any additional products or services that you plan to offer. Also, marketing strategy, how you plan to attract and retain customers. An operational plan, right? That's the nuts and bolts of your business operations, including production processes, your suppliers, where you're going to be located. And then a financial plan. What's your projected income, expenses, and profitability? Making sure that this business is viable. Now, folks might look at that and hear all this stuff about a business plan, and it sounds like a lot of homework. And they might say, well, Frank, I'm going to fund my own gourmet popcorn shop. I have money in the bank and I don't need to go and get a loan, so I don't need a business plan. And I'm going to say that's not right, because you want to develop your plan. This is your plan to determine how you're going to take your gourmet popcorn shop to success. And by setting goals, setting a plan, you're more likely to achieve them. Next step is sourcing equipment and ingredients. So you're going to need popcorn machines, right? Depending on the production scale, you might need some big machines, some, heavy duty commercial grade popcorn poppers, caramelizers, flavoring machines, right? The popcorn popper size are typically in ounces, right? You can get a 6-ounce popcorn popper. It's going to pop a small amount of popcorn. You can get a 64-ounce popper. You can get big kettle corn poppers that are like 160 quarts. So Depending on your production scale, you'll need to determine what kind of popcorn machine that you're going to want. Now, for us in our business, when we started, we really didn't know what we should do and what we should buy. And actually, we got started by sheer luck, actually, in that we were looking through the Want Ad Digest, our local classifieds ads, and we saw somebody was selling the contents of a gourmet popcorn shop. They had closed down their shop over a year ago. It was about 4 or 5 hours away from us, and they had all this equipment in storage and they were selling it. And we bought it all, and that's how we got started. But if you're not lucky enough to do that, you're going to have to research and figure out, do you want caramelizers? Do you want to put a candy coating on your popcorn with a caramelizer? Do you want to just use theater style popcorn poppers? Do you want to use a kettle corn machine? What kind of flavoring machines do you want to use? So research will come into that. The next step is ingredients, right? You're going to need popcorn kernels, oils, salts, flavorings. You're probably going to need different types of melting chocolate, chocolates, cheeses, spices, all kinds of, other specialty ingredients for your special type of popcorn. There's a million different recipes out there for gourmet popcorn and flavored popcorn. So it's really all about your imagination. I always say in my videos, you just got to get out there and get popping, because really that's the reality of it. There's a lot of great suppliers out there that have popcorn flavorings and can really make it very easy for you to flavor your popcorn. Places such as Gold Medal. There's Paragon out there. They have oils and different things. So take a look out there. You'll be able to identify where those ingredients are and how much they cost. The next thing is your packaging, right? Your packaging should be attractive and functional. That is really the key to it. So a lot of folks use poly bags. So you want to use plastic bags. Do you want to use resealable bags? Are you going to just use poly bags with a twist tie? Are you going to tape it shut? Are you going to sell tins, right? Those really cool tins you always see at the stores around the holidays that have like caramel corn, cheese corn, butter popcorn. Are you going to use boxes? What type of packaging? Are you going to do like gift packaging, that kind of thing? So that's really some things you really should think about in when you're selling your popcorn and how it is that you want to present that to your customers. You want to make sure with all of these things, right, packaging, popcorn machines, ingredients, that you're building reliable relationships with your suppliers. That's really important. And you want to make sure that they're providing you with consistent quality and competitive pricing, right? Because we have to be competitive in our pricing. And you may be able to buy these things in bulk, which could help reduce costs as well. So something else to keep in mind. Step 4, creating your flavors. So creating unique and delicious flavors is the heart of your gourmet popcorn business. Start with a few core flavors. I always recommend starting with a few core flavors that everybody loves and expand your menu as you grow. So here's some flavor categories to consider, right? You have classic flavors: butter, cheddar cheese, caramel corn, kettle corn, right? Those are like those base core flavors that everybody loves. You also have your sweet flavors, right? You could do chocolate drizzle, cinnamon sugar, caramel with nuts, right? Pecans or something along those lines. Then you have savory flavors like ranch, jalapeno, spicy jalapeno, ghost pepper maybe, garlic parmesan, sour cream and onion. I mean, the sky's the limit on all the different savory flavors and sweet flavors too. The next thing you want to think about with your flavors are maybe seasonal and limited editions. Okay, so things like pumpkin spice for the fall, all kinds of holidays, right? You could do like chocolate covered strawberry for Valentine's Day, maybe an apple and a green apple and a red cinnamon popcorn tossed together for like a holiday flavor, maybe peppermint bark for the holidays. You could do some really cool things around Halloween. So understanding and thinking about your seasonal and limited editions is also a really great idea too. So always experiment with different combinations, get feedback from family and friends and also your potential customers, because your friends and family are your potential customers too as well. So think about that. And their input can really help you refine your recipes and make sure that they're a hit. Next thing to think about is marketing your business. So, effective marketing, it's so crucial for attracting customers and building your brand. And here's a few different strategies, right? So, branding, develop a strong brand identity, a memorable logo, a catchy business name, and consistent visual elements all play into your branding. And it really should reflect the quality and personality of your products. Now, one of the things I always recommend is don't get stuck on the branding. Don't take months to develop your logo and develop your online presence, right? Because that's another part of your marketing, right? You're building your website and your online store. Don't take months to do that, right? Get out there and get popping. Okay, you can develop your logo and your brand identity in the beginning, but don't get stuck on that. Okay, that's not, while that's very important for your business, that's not the make or break thing with your business, right? You got to get out there, get popping, and get selling your popcorn. For your online presence with your website or your online store, you're going to sell products on your online store. That can be very important as well. So you want to utilize your social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, right? Where are your customers? Where do they hang out? And you want to focus on those areas. Also, local events. Think about farmers markets, fairs, any local event that has a lot of people at, right? Those are all potential customers for you. And those local events can really draw in a big following and a crowd. Offering samples is also a great way to attract attention and generate sales. I know that Smitty's Kettle Corn, he always says he gives out samples. A lot of folks do. It's a very easy way to get people to buy your product once they try it. Think about partnerships, right? You can partner with local businesses, coffee shops, breweries, gift stores to sell your popcorn. I see folks set up at breweries. Like a lot of times, breweries will just, they're selling their beer, but they might want you to come by and sell popcorn, right? Because what goes great with beer, but some nice savory popcorn. So having collaborations can really help you reach new customers, and it can boost your brand visibility. So think about partnerships. Also, loyalty programs. Implement a loyalty program to encourage repeat customers. You can offer discounts, special offers, exclusive flavors to reward loyal fans. We had a loyalty program when we had our shop. We had like a punch card that we did, and you bought 10 bags of popcorn. You got the 11th one free. You can do any kind of things like that, and it's basically, if you do buy 10 get one free, it's kind of like you're giving 10% off. So think about that, because that really does help. And we had a lot of people bringing their cards back, getting their punches. They were very proud of that. We also ran a special loyalty program where you bought a tin and you could come in and get half price refills on your tin. So folks would come in every week with their tin to get it filled, and they loved that. It was, the loyalty tin, and there was folks that would come in all the time and get that. So think about those programs, because they can really help your business. Now, one of the things I didn't touch on but is very important, and I want to make sure I talk about real quick before we leave this episode, and that is permits. Make sure you have the right permits and licensing for your business, okay? In some areas, it's dictated by the health department. In other areas, it's dictated by agriculture and markets. So you really have to contact your local licensing bureaus and figure out where you fall into as far as licensing goes. So that's a big one. It's very important. Don't forget that. You could fall under cottage laws if this isn't really opening a gourmet popcorn shop, but if you were going out to farmers markets to sell your popcorn, you might fall under cottage laws. The thing with cottage laws is you really can't sell your products online out of state. So that's something to think about. Depending on what your marketing plan is, what your business plan is, will dictate the type of licensing you need. So don't forget that. So in conclusion, starting your own gourmet popcorn business is an exciting journey filled with opportunities and challenges. We loved it. We absolutely loved having a gourmet popcorn shop. And by conducting thorough research, creating a detailed business plan, sourcing quality equipment and ingredients, developing unique flavors, and implementing effective marketing strategies, you will be well on your way to success. Remember, persistence and passion are key. So keep experimenting, keep on popping, stay connected with your customers, continuously look for ways to improve and expand your business. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Become a Popcorn Genius. If you found this episode helpful, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with fellow popcorn enthusiasts. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover in future episodes, feel free to reach out. Until next time, keep on popping.